let's look at a modern kind of application of what we've learned from Kajiwara. I'm doing it right now. I'm drinking some coffee, irrespective of manners. So this is the kind of thing you could expect Kajiwara to do. You could expect him to, reviewing a game with his students and having some sake on the side and going, "You little punk. You think you know what Go is? It's a one-space jump. It'd be different if I played it, but you're not me." Something like that. I don't mean to say he was an unnecessarily rude man, but I do mean to say that he was brash and he was critical when it was needed. And I think more than anything, he loved a good laugh. But let's take a look at some of the modern applications of the direction of play, flow, and talking about searching for truth on the board, especially in the AI era, where the AI can tell us, not so great. How are we supposed to find the truth if we have AI telling us what is the truth, right? And I can hear the little voice in the back of some people's head going, "But what about the AI?" Or, you can have people who might be thinking, "But the AI said, I know this is not great. You're losing 5 points or 10 points. And then the rest of the game is..." But I'm going to give you guys a very clear-cut example of some times where the AI just isn't right. And I'll give you a really good story as well. I was playing a game online that I won. I won by quite a large margin. I won by about 13 points, which is pretty good, as white. And I reviewed the game using the AI, and the AI told me with these big jagged lines that both me and my opponent had missed a key move, like 10, 15 moves in a row. And I remember looking at that and laughing and going, "AI, you're a idiot." Because if I had played away, I would have died. My whole group would have died. And I couldn't understand what the AI was thinking. It was telling me, my group was down here, it was telling me to play up here. I was like, what are you thinking? So I let the AI run out the rest of the game. And what it came out to was basically, if you throw this group away, the AI thought it was guaranteed to win the game as white by at least 1 to 2 points every time. So basically what the AI was saying is, throw the group away and you can win. Throw the group away and you're almost guaranteed to win by 2 points. I can't see that. There's no way that a human player, a professional, would ever play away in that situation and go, "It's just 15 stones. I'll win by 2 points by playing other places." Not gonna happen. We have to remember first and foremost that we are not AI. Our opponent, probably not an AI. We hope they're not an AI. We're all here playing human Go, so there's still truth to be had. Now let's take a look at an example of a rather modern looking game. And now we get to this point. What I'm going to show you next is a move that Kajiwara actually played. This is just an example opening, and it's this. This is the kind of move that is definitive of Kajiwara. This is a move, when he played it, that hadn't been played before. And the question here, and this is going to sum up, I think, Kajiwara's attitude toward Go, which is, what do you do? This hasn't been played before. Is it good? Is it bad? How do you respond? What do you do? It's new to me, it's new to you. Isn't this fun? Isn't this exciting? There are new possibilities. The possibilities are endless. Let's play Go. And so, you are black. Where do you play? All right. There's a old Go proverb I think just about everybody knows. And the proverb goes a little something like this. There's variations of it, I'm sure. Even a moron connects against the peep. So, of course, Kajiwara's opponents would connect. However, the AI says this is wrong. This is a horrible move. What? Well, yeah, there are times when, you should not really listen to the proverbs. There are times where you have to throw the proverbs out, right? But does this really look like one of them? I mean, if I play away, White's just going to push right through. This is terrible. This is terrible. And AI agrees. You can't play away as black. You do need to play somewhere. But the AI believes that the proper place to play is here. That's a very interesting refutation. And this is also going to sum up, I believe, why Kajiwara struggled to take any titles. And it's because moves like this, if your opponent responds here, White is left with a jump here or living in the corner. He has Miai. If you've watched Vadim's course on invasions, Vadim has explained very well the concept of Miai, which means basically interchangeable points. You take A, I take B. You take B, I take A. And so this leaves White with a beautiful Miai, and then White can play somewhere else, like here, for example, or probably here. And what Kajiwara has done, and what he liked to do, was leave this little bit of aji behind, just this little bit of potential behind, so that later, when White has a stone here, for example, he can start doing maneuvers in the corner. Not yet. Not just yet. So if you've also taken Vadim's course on invasions, he'll tell you, don't invade in the opening, don't invade too early. We wouldn't necessarily call this invasion an invasion. We might call this a probe. How is black going to respond to White's peep? And so if black played here, Kajiwara would usually make a 2-space high extension or a 3-space extension sometimes. And the idea is that you've created potential in the corner to do something, whatever you will, later as the position develops. But black's defense here, the AI says that White has basically given black a stone now. You would have never wanted to play there as White if black had something like this, for example. If black had this shape, you wouldn't play here now, would you? Now, at the same time, if White did this, you would maybe not expect black to play here either. You could say that maybe black has played a little off as well, but black's move is still much better than White's. You would never play here as White if black had those 2 stones like that, right? So, in this situation, when White peeps and the AI says to defend, if you figure this out and respond correctly to Kajiwara's probe, it's not a problem. But, again, going back to the whole point of this little lesson, we are not AI. 9 times out of 10, you're going to connect. Maybe not now that I've told you, but before, I'm guessing when I asked you guys, how many of you, just connected to the peep? How many of you went, easy question, Matt? Why are you even asking? I'm just going to connect to the peep. It's easy. It's wrong. You see what I mean? And that's what happened to professional players too. Kajiwara had these beautiful, innovative josekis. But if you knew how to respond properly, the AI says none of them really work that well. It's only because the humans couldn't respond properly that Kajiwara's innovations really worked well. When they did respond properly, Kajiwara's innovations kind of fell flat. But the point is that he was trying to innovate. He wanted to innovate. And that is the spirit we need to take forward in the AI era. We need to be willing to innovate. if you've taken my lesson, or sorry, my course on the 5-3, I will talk again about the AI at the end of that, and how, yeah, the AI says the 5-3 is a little wonky, but if you're willing to innovate off the 5-3, to use the 5-3 as a base for an innovative, kind of out there opening pattern, the AI actually likes it. So that's what we need to keep in mind when we're dealing with the AI era, is that we need to be innovative. We need to take a pattern that maybe the AI says is not so good, and try and think about how we can use it in a different situation, where maybe the AI would go, hey, that actually worked out pretty well, didn't it? So don't ever just take the AI's -5 or -8 at the face value. Let's learn from Kajiwara. Let's be human.
By the way, you can also watch these lessons on our platform, gomagic.org. Except there, you'll watch them with interactive quizzes right within the lessons and practical exercises right after them. And if you enjoy watching these Go videos and you don't want to miss others like this one, go smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and this is Go Magic.